Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Minutes are adopted. Okay. Rolling agenda today. Item number 1, under new business. Chief Delk, welcome.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon. What do you got for us?
Glad to be here today. Today we're talking about Nucor Steel. Nucor Steel, about a month ago, came to us. They were doing a lot of safety training and some new stuff involved with their safety department. They've got a safety director, Billy Payne, who works really good with the guys at Station 4 right there in Alberta. They always have a really good working relationship. We go out there and train at least every couple of months, just going through, seeing what they do out there and the processes that they do. They saw a need, though. They had a contractor on site that actually had some heavy equipment, had an issue with some heavy equipment that needed extricating from that. They saw a need that, hey, we need the closest unit there to have the capabilities to do these extrications. And we've got some of this extrication equipment on our truck companies and things like that, but we normally don't staff that on an engine that close. So Nucor said, hey, you know what, instead of us buying this, let's buy this for that local fire department. And so not only can it benefit Nucor, but it can benefit the community. And so to me, that was an unsolicited offer. And to me, that speaks volumes to what they do and what they do for our community. So plan tonight is to have kind of a thank you for them at the beginning of council, to thank them for what they've done. They're going to have 2 representatives here. We've got the guys from Station 4 are going to be here with that equipment, so you all can see what they've donated. It was a $51,000 donation. So we've got everything from, a lot of times you hear it called the jaws of life, the spreaders, the cutters, a ram, things like that for all the heavy equipment. So we can do those extrications, airbags, all that stuff that we've got within the city that's coming, but this puts it on another apparatus that allows us to respond quicker right there to that heavy industrial site.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
I just take it for granted y'all can use that as needed
Where'd
somewhere
Brooks
else.
go?
There's not any restrictions on it.
They have asked that we keep it at the first responding unit to them. And that's what we're gonna do with
Is there a
that.
motion?
We have made that, we made that I say accommodation, it wasn't an accommodation, we made it work, so we're very thankful for that.
Have a motion, I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, item is approved. Item number 2, Mr. Holmes, resolution authorizing renewal of the city's engineer's professional liability insurance coverage for 26.
Yes, sir. This is the renewal of our engineer's professional liability coverage. This is one we've gotten the premium number back late and did not have it for you when we had our last insurance litigation. The premium this year is $18,000, I believe 700 something. I can look. I'm sorry. It is actually a reduction of about $1,600 from last year. So it's actually gone down a little. I think that probably has more to do with number of engineers in the office that are receiving coverage than anything, but that's still a rare thing for us to have.
Right, any questions or comments?
Motion.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Renewal of the insurance is approved or forwarded to council. Item number 3, Ms. Standridge, authorization of funding agreement with Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission for Project Warrior.
Good afternoon, council. I'm going to be prepared to stand up here for a few minutes. I think you can see
You're
my
gonna-
names on
you're
all of them
going to
going
be.
down. If you will recall, back during the mayor's capital budget proposal, there was $750,000 that was added to the proposal for Project Warrior. And this is just creating a funding agreement with Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission for the transfer of that $750,000 to them to be able to contract with artists and continuation of the project planning.
Okay, and it's going to visit Tuscaloosa because they're acting as the
As the project lead.
project coordinator for the city, state, county, and university. Any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Motion. Second.
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Item is approved.
Harmony. I just want to know y'all know I was on the committee right now.
And
James not here.
We're glad you joined in
Got it,
and
yeah.
out there.
Did you have to know?
Yeah, he had those, I think he had some
I
of
think
the
it was
stuff on the
appropriate,
side.
right?
Okay.
Work.
Had a nip.
Item number 4,
Uh,
general fund budget revision number 19.
So this budget revision is requesting to move $40,000 out of the airport's operating budget within the general fund into the airport development fund. This is a operating request because they were wanting to purchase new access control security equipment that just took a little bit longer in coming. And so in order to get it into a longer term budget line item, we're moving it out of the general fund. General fund closes down on September 30th every year, and it's just going to be longer than that before they can get the access control items in-house and implemented. And so we are needing to put the money somewhere else just to wait for that timeline.
Okay, any questions or comments?
Motion. Second.
Look,
All in
I'm
favor
back,
say
I'm back.
aye.
I can't say.
Yes, yes.
All in
second.
favor say aye.
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 Okay, item is approved. Item number 5, Ms. Standards, adopting an ordinance suspending the pay plan step raises to include one step for FY '26 and amending section 1942, Exhibit D of the city's pay plan. You want to translate that to English, please?
Absolutely. So from here on down with the Finance Committee agenda, these are all going to be fiscal year 26 budget items that we were discussing during budget hearings. And this is going to be implementing all of the changes within the pay and salary schedules that were discussed in all of the department hearings also. So this will be implementing the following. One step for non-public safety, the COLA to non-public safety, the 2 steps to public safety, and then the stipend to everyone as discussed last week, the $500 for everyone paid under the public safety pay plan and the $250 stipend for everyone paid under the non-public safety pay plan. That is all on this one.
And that totaled, was it 450-ish?
The stipend amounts,
When we bundled the portion necessary to offset the public safety employees really not getting a raise,
yeah, so
and
those,
then we added kind of everybody.
Yes.
What
That-
was the total?
that stipend amount was just under $500,000.
Just under 500, and we reduced our contingencies to start the year.
From 1.3 to 700,000.
Okay. Okay, any questions or comments? Don, is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, really from this point downward is all other than the, we'll talk about the vape tax in a minute, but other than that, this is all now bundling the different pieces of the FY '26 budget. There were really only, Mayor Maddox, our compliments, as Mr. Crow summed it up to me privately, there just ain't that much to fight about. I thought, it was, I said it. It was a masterful job of finding the right balance on the piano keyboard, so.
Can I amend that?
20 years.
There's always something to fight about.
Nothing major though.
Pick your
We
battles.
amended the amount going to visit Tuscaloosa under agency funding as requested by numerous council members. We amended or added some funding, some one-time funding of district attorney's office in there from opioid settlement, again, as voiced by numerous council members. We had several other items that, that were the subjects of contentious discussion, but did not have enough forward momentum to go forward, so we left those out, and we'll, I'm sure, over the course of the coming year, find times and the right venues to discuss those. Those included, the 20 positions in the TPD budget that we've been unable to hire to fill, and then the sightline funding of the Weaver Bolden branch as opposed to routing that to the library overall and letting them fund the branches. those were the two that there was discussion of, but not enough consensus to make changes to your recommendations. Again, our appreciation, I think it hit pretty well in the center. So with that, we'll now kick off moving down that, but that's what's in there.
Feel his head. Touch his head. Good job. Mark. I'm proud of you.
Not a bad route.
So you're not gonna.
All right, let's see, item number 6, I believe we're on, Ms. Standards, and thank you for weaving all of that in. Item number 6.
So this is going to be what increases the solid waste collection service charges. That is basically what you consider garbage collection charges. And this was discussed during the mayor's budget presentation. I don't think we really covered it any other time. It is adding the dollar to residential and also to commercial, but then that was going to be the extent of the changes.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Not, is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7, authorizing an ordinance amending Chapter 7 of the Code of Tuscaloosa. Ms. Standard.
Yes, so now this is the one we did not talk about specifically. It's a very small item monetarily, but it is something that possibly the council wants to consider separately.
Is this the vape tax?
This is the
one?
vape tax.
Okay, I'm going to ask if someone will make a motion to table it for a week, just so we can find out more about it.
Moved.
Can,
Second.
It will be
Can we-
doubled up next week.
It'll
we
be,
double it? 'Cause
I'm
I-
okay with
okay.
doubling it up next week. I just want to,
Sorry, Scott.
I want to hear more about it, not compressed into this kind of time frame. All in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, we'll table for 1 week, and Vicki, you'll make sure that's on next week, and it is okay to be doubled up. Item number 7, Ms. Standard, or actually number 8.
Yes, sir. So this will adopt the general fund budget for the fiscal year 2026. This will take the mayor's recommendation as was presented to you in the budget book, the big spiral book, and then making the couple of changes that Mr. Buzzy just discussed. The changes that were discussed from the mayor's recommendation are going to be an extra $50,000 to the agency funding line item for Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports. There's going to be another $150,000 to the Tuscaloosa County District Attorney's Office that will be paid for out of opioid funds. It is going to be budgeted as that. We will need to have a conversation with the DA's office about how to fund and what to fund moving forward to make sure that we are in compliance with the opioid funding, but we will do that after budget adoption is fully implemented. And then the other change from the mayor's budget presentation is going to be that stipend amount that we talked about in the pay plan item. So like every single department's budget is going to change because of the stipend that's going to be applied to all the employees for the health insurance amount.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. General fund budget for FY 26 is approved to be forwarded to council. Item number 9, Ms. Standard.
This is adopting the Elevate budget for fiscal year 2026, and this is just what was presented via the big spreadsheet that I know is large and hard to read at times, but as we discussed, I think it was last week, the full Elevate spreadsheet for fiscal 26.
Questions or comments?
And I think the only real changes were 1 more year of sales tax projections, the Freeman Park and Pool amount for planning for that project.
The 2 new positions, are they in there?
I'm sorry.
The 2 new positions for Saban Center, are they on Elevate?
So that's not coming out of Elevate. That comes out of that's actually in the general fund and then paid for by the River District Fund.
Okay.
So they're not in Elevate. I think that was it.
Okay. Questions or comments? Motion?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Elevate budget is approved for FY 26, forwarding to council. Item number 10, authorizing the use of opioid settlement funding for various agencies. Ms. Standridge.
Yes, sir. So because we still need some discussions with the DA's office, this is only going to cover the amount for Freedom Farm and then the amount for thank you for the Phoenix House. It just escaped me. So the Phoenix House annual agency amount, and then this is the final year of payment to Freedom Farm of $250,000.
And what, remind me, Phoenix House, was it 150, 100? What was it?
It's 150.
150, okay. Any questions or comments?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Number 11, authorizing the mayor to execute agency funding contracts for 2026. Ms. Standridge.
Yes, sir. This includes all the agencies that we've previously mentioned that were in the mayor's recommendation, plus the changes to TTS and the district attorney's office. This will also include all of the agency funding amounts out of Elevate for the Tuscaloosa City School System, for pre-K, summer learning program, dual enrollment, and the TCS Athletic Excellence Fund that was covered under the Elevate spreadsheet.
Okay, is the last one, the Athletic Excellence Fund, does that have a lifetime or is that unending? Is that,
So it continues, it's done annually. All of the funding for the Tuscaloosa City
so it
School
wasn't
System.
originally passed for 3 years or 4 years?
No, sir. It's done annually, but we do have it planned into perpetuity.
And the summer job program, we discussed that in multiple committee meetings, right? We upped it from 100 to 120?
I think this last year we added a little bit of money of $10,000.
We added
to
10 or
it.
20?
We added $10,000 to this last year, but it's only at 100 for this upcoming year.
Okay. Okay, any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Item number 12, General Fund Facility Renewal Fund, Ms. Standridge.
Yes, every year we set aside a certain amount from the general fund into the facility renewal fund. It is what you see Mr. Thompson come up and Mr. Sullivan come up and talk about different projects for city facilities. We set this aside for them to be able to continuously use it, and it builds into this fund. And this is just authorizing them to expend from it. For every single contract adoption, they will still have to come to projects committee. It is just to allow us to write the check without also having to come back to finance committee and make another budget revision for
All right,
it.
thank you. Is there any questions or comments? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item is approved. Item number 13, Ms. Standridge.
Yes, this is,
GFRFF, no, just one F.
no, you got it. GFRFFI. Yeah, General Fund Reserve for Future Improvements Fund. Yeah, okay. So there are two specific amounts within the general fund budget that we have, the departments that we discussed that need to be transferred to the general fund because they are large equipment buys. There was the large equipment for the Public Works Department that Mr. Green briefed you on during his department presentation. And then there are vehicles for the fire department that may take a little bit longer than 12 months on order. And so we need to transfer them out of the general fund budget and into a longer term, into perpetuity fund budget. They can spend as the equipment projects to be delivered.
And remind us the amounts on those?
Ooh.
Or is it on the attachment?
Oh, it should be. Yes, sir. It should be on the attachment.
Page 27,
29.
29, sorry. Page 29.
Yes. So for Public Works, that is $1,146,000, and then for fire, it is $126,000.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Item number 14.
Yes, sir.
Water and
14.
Sewer Fund Budget for FY26.
So this is adopting the water and sewer fund budget. This was everything that we talked about from the increase in revenues for that 5-year rate structure that was adopted in fiscal 21, and will fund all of the water and sewer departments' work for the fiscal year.
Any questions, comments?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I want y'all to have some oomph in this motion. This got to be done.
Make some noise.
I'm just glad we can still.
Item number 15, Water and Sewer Facility Renewal Fund for FY26.
So the same thing that we do on the general fund side, we do on the water and sewer facility fund side as well. And so we will transfer a certain amount of money out of the water and sewer operating fund into the facility renewal for Mr. Thompson and Mr. Sullivan to continue to do their work on water facility upgrades.
Okay,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Is that
Aye.
right,
Aye.
Aye. We got it, didn't we?
Item is approved.
Should have voted no.
Item number 16.
The last
Water
one.
and sewer reserve for future improvements fund budget for FY '26.
Included within the water and sewer operating fund, there is a certain amount from the rate structure that is set aside for the 10-year plan. So we are pulling that money out of the water and sewer operating fund and putting it into the RFFI for the 10-year plan, wait for either new projects that are going to be proposed or to pay off debt service for the 10-year plan debt issuances.
Questions or comments?
Motion.
Is there a motion?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Item is approved. Mayor, again, our compliments. Any other items to be brought before Finance Committee today? So next week, we've got one small piece to fill out. That's the vape tax. We'll hear that. We'll allow it to be doubled up. And then next week, the budget in toto is up for vote. Check.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor say